Hello folks, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. Hopefully it's not too windy. I'm trying to point the camera so you're out of the wind. This is a customer's truck that I take care of monthly. It happens to be the beginning of August here, so this is the time I typically see at the beginning of the month. I was playing with this soap. I've been playing with this soap for the last 3 or 4 months, and I had it sent to me by another auto detailing company. And what it is Purple Power heavy-duty premium vehicle and boat pressure wash concentrate. When I received this from the company that sent it to me about 3 or 4 months ago, this is like my 3rd bottle, by the way. I kind of like it, so I've been buying it. When I first flipped this over, I started to realize that this is probably it's not a pH neutral soap. This has the ability to strip some road film off the car, you know, whatever. It's not pH neutral. So this isn't going to be a soap you want to use as a maintenance wash, because it could potentially start to degrade the waxes and sealants on your car. But what was very interesting to me is that the dilution ratio is 6 ounces per 1 gallon of water. I said, holy crap, I'm not even interested. That dilution ratio sounds horrible. But then I had to realize, I had to open up my mind. Typically when you use this stuff with a gas power pressure washer, you're going to put 6 ounces in a gallon of water. It's your gas powered power washer's got like this little siphon tube, and you set it inside the bucket, and then you squeeze the pressure washer handle. This soap has got to run through your power washer and then shoot out the end of the nozzle. The dilution ratio is awfully high because you'll lose a lot of the foam through your pump, through your power washer, and have to come out the hose. So I started to do the math in my head. I said, wait a minute, if the dilution ratio is 6 ounces per gallon, I know the MTM Hydro Foam Cannon is 32-ounce container. So if I use that dilution ratio and I just wanted to use it for a foam cannon, that tells me I can put 1.5 ounces in the foam cannon. And then I said to myself, I wonder what kind of foam I would get with that. Because typically, if you're a big fan of chemical guys, they'll tell you to take your foam cannon and squeeze like 2 or 3 squeezes. That's typically 2 or 3 ounces you're putting in an MTM Hydro cannon to give you a lot of foam. So I said, let me try this stuff with 1.5 ounces in a 32-ounce container, fill it up with water, and see what kind of foam I got. Guys, I was awfully impressed with this soap, and I'll show you how it works. So I have it on the end of my Karcher. This happens to be a Karcher electric power washer. It's only 1600 PSI, and I've been playing with the soap, so I've kind of sucked it down. But I had 1.5 ounces in this container, and then I filled the rest up with water. Watch its capability to foam, even with a low pressure electric power washer. That to me, because typically I've used like Honeydew, I've used Mr. Pink by chemical guys, and I usually have to put 2 or 3 squeezes in an MTM Hydro cannon to kind of get that foam with a low pressure electric power washer. So I said, wait a minute, if I'm putting 1.5 ounces, I'm saving some money, because here's the deal. This stuff right here is about $7 a gallon. And because it's not pH neutral, I can kind of, if you guys like using a foam cannon, let's say this customer wanted the waxes or sealants taken off the car, you can go ahead and use your foam cannon, get a very cheap soap that foams up really well, 1.5 ounces per your hydro cannon, and you can kind of assist yourself with foaming the car down. Maybe you want to have a bucket of your other car soap that you like with your APC in it, or your strip wash, and just kind of assist you. But I do like the fact that for this cleaner not being pH neutral, if you're not working in the sun like I am now, I can kind of let it hang on the panel, and it does have some ability, much better than a pH neutral soap, to be able to cut through some of the grease and grime that may be on the bottom of the rocker panels on this vehicle. I like it. The other thing I love about it, guys, which is very interesting, is that it rinses incredibly freely. It doesn't really want to hang around. It's very easy to get off the panel, which is a nice added bonus. I'll go ahead and rinse it. So to me, that's pretty effective, because a lot of soaps will be very hard to be able to pull off the panel. Also, too, what's very interesting about this stuff, at the 1.5 ounce ratio on a foam cannon, gives you a lot of suds. It also, because it's not pH neutral, it can cut through some grease and grime before you have to go touch the vehicle, if that's important to you, or you want to remove a wax or a sealant. The other thing that's really cool about this soap, there really is no residue left behind, which is very interesting to me for a soap that's not pH neutral, something that's got some cutting power to it. Sometimes those soaps will leave some residue behind. It rinses freely. I love it. For $7 a gallon and only have to put 1.5 ounces. I've put 1 ounce in the MTM Hydro Cannon and still got some great foam, even with a low pressure power washer. So I just wanted to share that with you. It could assist you in stripping waxes and sealants using a more aggressive non-pH soap in your foam cannon. Then you decide, do you like your strip wash from Adams or whatever, or if you like using your favorite car soap, putting a couple of ounces of APC in it. I like it, and I have seen it have the ability to kind of remove some traffic film and grease and grime on the bottom of the panels too when I go in and rinse it off. I just wanted to share it with you guys. I'm not really a huge fan of Purple Power, but I figured out a way to use this when it's appropriate, and it works really well. Wanted to share it with you. Love you all. Take care. Have a good one.